Hari Om. Contentment is one of the niyamas in Ashtanga Yoga. Santosh, as it's called in Sanskrit. It is a positive state of our mind. Whatever is the situation, however I am, however my life is, the contentment is my choice. Why to have this contentment? Let's take the opposite of contentment. Stress, maybe anxiety, maybe depression. No, all these states of our mind are not desirable. They result in problems. They affect our physical health. So many of our physical problems, lifestyle disorders are connected with stress and anxiety and depression. So yoga does tell us to keep that positive state of mind, santosha, and that will certainly help us keep our health. So I'm going to tell you a story of santosha. Often in our day-to-day life, we compare ourselves with others. Oh, that person has more money than me. Oh, I'm jealous. Maybe I'm not jealous, but maybe I'm feeling a little sad that I don't have that much money. Or maybe that person has a better house than me. Or maybe his relationships or her relationships are better than my relationships. Often I compare with others and then I think that everyone else is happy in the world and only I am the sad one in my life. But that's not the real picture. It's not a true picture. If you really look into everyone's life, if you want to talk to people, everyone feels that there is something lacking in their life. Even a person who has a lot of money also feels there is something lacking. Someone who is very successful also feels that he is lacking in some other aspects. So this story beautifully highlights how everyone is empowered and how everyone is equally important in the creation of this Mother Nature. Once upon a time there was a woodcutter. He used to cut down the wood and then he used to make some wooden articles and he used to sell that. He used to live in the forest and he used to make the articles, wooden articles, and sell it in the market. One day while he was working very hard, it was a very hard day for him. In fact, last few days were really tough for him. So he was quite stressed, and when he was in the market, he saw this very rich man walking, and then there were guards around him, there were some assistants, and they were doing everything for him. Now this guy didn't have any assistant, so he naturally was envious of that rich guy. And then he was thinking about this guy that, oh, he has so much more than me, he has so many assistants and I don't have any, I have to work so hard. Coming back, he thought that he should visit this temple that was there in the forest of a goddess. He was very devoted to that goddess. So he went there. He surrendered himself and offered his prayers. And he just sat down there in meditation for a long time. Interestingly, goddess heard his prayers and she manifested in front of him and said, "Oh, my dear child, open your eyes. You're praying for me and I'm here in front of you. Ask what you want." The guy said, "Really? Is it reality?" He was very happy. He said, "Oh, mother, please grant me a boon that will transform me into that rich man." She said, "Do you really want to become that man?" He said, "Yes, it's very powerful and I feel power and I feel that he is more happy than me." The goddess said, okay, here you become. And then he became this rich man. And then there were assistants to him all the time. And then he was earning a lot of money. And then he realized that yes, there are some easy things, but the stress of the money was also there. And then the government, the people of the king, they were demanding tax from him. They were telling him what to do. They were telling him, do this, do that, do that. And then he was very stressed about all these things. One day, while he was walking with his assistants, he saw the king. And the king was the ultimate boss there. There was no one saying anything to king. He would look at someone and people would just offer him their respect. Now this rich man, this woodcutter who became a rich man, felt that yes, the power and happiness is with king. So that day he went back to the goddess again in the forest. He offered his prayers. He sat in meditation and requested the goddess to appear in front of him. The goddess appeared in front of him. And she said, oh my dear child, what can I do for you? He said, oh mother, I want to become that king. Because I think king is more powerful and more happy than me, that I'm the rich man. The mother said, okay, think again. If you want to become, I will make you. He said, yes, I want to become the king. She says, okay, here you become the king. The rich man became the king. And then he felt that power. Everywhere, anywhere he went into the kingdom, everyone was so humble, submitting to the king. There was no one to give any order to the king. And he was the boss. Oh, he was feeling very happy. He was feeling powerful. He had all the money, all the people serving him. Wow, that was fantastic life. But then he also started experiencing stress. There were some other kings around and they were trying to trouble him. They were trying to create some kind of disturbance in his kingdom. They're trying to attack his kingdom. So he got worried about all these things. And like this, one day, while he was walking, of course everyone was respecting him as a king. But then he realized that actually the sun, he looked at the sun and it was so hot. And nothing could help him. So he started sweating and he realized that there is no one around who could escape this heat of the sun. And then he felt, wow, sun is so powerful. I don't have any power. I am powerless. So also everyone here. So he went back to the goddess that night and he requested her to make him the sun. The sun is the most powerful. That will make him very happy. So the goddess again appeared in front of him. She said, think again. Do you really want to become that? He said, yes, I know. I believe that sun is most powerful. She said, okay, here you become the sun. Now this king, who was the rich man before and who was originally the woodcutter, became the sun. And he could feel the power. If he would just increase the heat a little bit, the whole of earth would feel it. People would request, oh, this is so hot, please help. He felt that power. He felt that happiness. Until one day, a cloud came in between. And he stopped the light of the sun from falling on the earth. And then the sun was very angry. He said, hey, cloud, move. But the cloud wouldn't move. And then first time, the sun felt, oh, this cloud is not listening to me. Why don't like it? Maybe the cloud is more powerful than me. So he went back to the goddess that night and said, oh, mother, please make me the cloud because I think cloud is more powerful than me. The mother smiled and she said, really? You want to become the cloud? Think again. He said, no, I thought I will be happy and I'll be powerful. She said, okay, no problem. Here you become the cloud. And then he became the cloud. He was very happy. He could stop the sun any time he would want. People would thank him, say, oh, thank you for saving us from that sun. He felt that power. Some days he would just shower a lot of rain, and then people would pray, oh, please stop rain. Wow, he would feel the power. He was very happy. One day he was just showering the rain everywhere, and there were floods everywhere. And then he could feel his power, but he noticed that there was one tree just standing very tall. And however strong shower, the tree was standing tall, no problem. Strong wind, no problem. Tree was standing tall. And then he realized that this tree is actually stronger than me and naturally happier than me. So he went back to the goddess. He said, oh mother, please make me the tree, that strong tree. I think the tree has the power and is happier. But I can't really do anything to the tree. The mother said, think again. He said, no, I'm sure. Please make me that. I said, okay, here you become. And he became the tree and he felt the power. Sun, no problem. Rain, no problem. Wind, no problem. He was very happy and feeling that power until one day a woodcutter came, started cutting down the tree. And then he realized, oh, now he's going to cut me down. Help me, save me. Went to the mother, the goddess, and requested her, mother, I was making mistake all these days. Please make me woodcutter. I was woodcutter and I know I have a lot of power. I just couldn't see it. I'm really sorry. Forgive me. The mother was happy and she made him woodcutter again. The essence of this story is about whatever I have, whatever abilities, skills that I can develop, whatever I can do to the best of my abilities is very nice. And I should be content with what I have. I should be content with what I get. I should be content with my own development. And this is yoga way of thinking. So I'm going to stop here. Hari Om.